Welcome to Baz Travels. After driving 14,826 kilometers through 24 states and Washington, D.C., I've seen rocket launches to the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam. I've explored Route 66, ghost towns, deserts, snow, and beaches on both coasts. From Vegas casinos to Alcatraz, the White House to Hollywood. Join me for a journey of the ordinary and the extraordinary.
Loading destination. Simulation starting in 3, 2, 1. To look around, move your phone or tablet. Click and drag if on a computer or move your head if using a VR headset. Please like and subscribe.
Vail is unusual in Colorado because it did not evolve gradually from mining, rail, or agriculture. It was designed deliberately, with a clear purpose and a controlled outcome. From the beginning, Vail was planned across access, land control, and a single primary function rather than organic settlements. Before development, this area was largely undeveloped mountain terrain. What made it viable was not local industry, but proximity to a major transport corridor. Interstate 70 runs directly through the valley, creating reliable year-round access across the Continental Divide. That access was the foundation on which everything else was built. Unlike older mountain towns that adapted existing layouts, Vail was organized intentionally. Land use, zoning, and building placement were decided before large-scale growth occurred. This allowed developers to control density, preserve sightlines, and separate residential, commercial, and operational spaces with precision. The town center reflects that planning mindset. Streets are compact, pedestrian-focused, and separated from through traffic. Services are concentrated rather than dispersed, reducing sprawl and keeping activity contained. This was not an aesthetic accident. It was a functional decision to support high seasonal population swings without overwhelming infrastructure. Vail also avoided the boom and bust cycle common in Colorado's historical towns. Mining communities expanded rapidly and collapsed just as quickly when resources declined. Vail's economy was structured around long-term operation, maintenance, and service rather than extraction. That difference shaped how housing, labor, and municipal services were planned. Control over surrounding land played a major role. Development was limited intentionally, preventing uncontrolled expansion into surrounding terrain. This preserved environmental stability while maintaining the town's economic focus. Growth was allowed, but only where it supported the original plan. The result is a town that feels cohesive because it is cohesive by design. Movement patterns are predictable. Services are positioned logically. Expansion occurs through adjustment rather than reinvention. Vail functions more like a managed system than a traditional settlement. That planning also reflects how Vail responded to pressure. Population surges are expected and absorbed. Infrastructure is built with capacity rather than reaction in mind. This contrasts strongly with towns that retrofitted services after growth occurred. Vail exists because it was engineered to exist. Its layouts, economy, and longevity come from decisions made before the first major structures were built. That makes it one of the clearest examples in Colorado of a town shaped by intention rather than history.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.